No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. And the rebound taken in by Utah. Utah's got it. Conley. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Wall to Beal. Wall. His first effort off the mark. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads 3. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Beal. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Conley into the front court. Up by 3. Has a look. Mitchell shot off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Here comes the screen. Beal to Wall. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Conley. Down to 5 on the 24. Mitchell's shot comes up empty.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
And he's going to the free throw line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Bradley Beal has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed on a pair. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Deep 2 there, won't go. The follow won't go either. Into the front court comes Wall. They're down 3. Beal. Here comes the screen. Shot from in close, no good. Josh Jackson to Conley. And he finishes at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Wall with it up top. Down 5. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
To Jackson. Conley. Not going down here. Wall across the timeline. Down 3 to Beal. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
And scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, But if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Wizards at the controls. Wall to Beal. Probing the defense. Has a chance. It's Ayton with the rebound. Mitchell with it up top. Up 5. Wizards grab the rebound. Beal. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Wall to Beal. Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Takes stock of the floor. And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Conley to Jackson. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Conley. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Jackson with a shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Bradley Beal. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Missed it. How'd that not go down?
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
It's Jazz ball to Jackson. Probing the defense to Gobert. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Trying to cash in. Gobert with the rebound. Jackson's shot, no good. Rebound for Ayton. Conley into the front court. His team up by 7. Josh Jackson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. Smothering D. Conley into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Nothing going here on that drive. That's rebounded by the Wizards. Beal. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Across the timeline, it's Conley. He'll run the offense. Can't connect from in close. From the outside, no good.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Won't go. And he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Utah with the possession. Sizing up the defense. Conley. Locked in. Short jumper off the mark. Rudy Gobert missed his first. That one goes.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Gasol. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley. Now a steal by Washington. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Desperation shot here from half court. 1 quarter in the books here in Game 6. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
John Wall goes to work. The big man, Ayton, with the rebound. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads 5. And the basket good at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Wall. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken in by the Jazz. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, nice swat.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Marc Gasol. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
It's Washington with the basketball. Can't connect from inside.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Mitchell against the former #1 pick. To Gobert. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Rudy Gobert, a couple of free throws on the way. Not the best career mark, 62%. First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Deep left corner. Beal. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Nope. First one does not go. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Mitchell with it up top. His team on top by 8. From long range. Off the mark. No good. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Mitchell with the basketball. Up 6. Off the assist.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Beal. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 2 for 2 now.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Surveys the floor. Mitchell knocks it down from mid-range.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Tight space with the crossover. Has a look. Here's the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Short jumper off the mark. Runner here won't go. Wizards have it. To Beal. Has a chance. And the rebound taken down by the Jazz. Mitchell with it up top. Lead stands at 10. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Washington basketball. Beal. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Rudy Gobert sends it away. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Mitchell with the basketball. It's an 11-point game. To Jackson. And a nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Beal. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And the reward? A couple of shots at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Donovan Mitchell has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Beal picked up by Josh Jackson. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. Oh, he had it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
They get it down to Gobert. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Wizards at the controls. To Beal. Probing the defense. Beal. Slams it down.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Mitchell with it up top. His team leads it by 10. Shot from in close, no good. To Beal. Screen coming. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Donovan Mitchell, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Wizards with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Take stock of the floor. It was right there. Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Mitchell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. For three, another chance to Gobert. Gets a look, can't hit. Oh, working hard there, collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It goes down.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
And he buries it.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
It's Washington with the basketball. The screen sets him up for two.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Mitchell with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Trying to cash in. Mitchell shot, no good. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jazz have built a comfortable lead, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Utah Jazz, the Wizards did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Ayton has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Wizards have it. Wall to Beal. Here comes the screen. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Another chance. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Tyler Johnson up against Beal. To Wall. Shot from the lane won't go. DeAndre Ayton. Mitchell up against John Wall. Has a chance. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Wall to Beal. Here comes the screen. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Just not going down. Mitchell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gasol. Marc Gasol. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Good. Off a spin.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To Beal. Trying to cash in. He's looking for that touch. Here comes the screen. They work it down to Gasol. Wall. 5 to shoot for Washington. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Can't convert the free throw. The follow won't go either. Mitchell to the basket, but he can't get it to go. And stuffs it home.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Conley up against Beal. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw try, off the mark. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Count the basket inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nothing going here on that drive. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Beal. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Josh Jackson. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beal. Screen coming. To Beal. Add 2 points to the board.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Mitchell sizing up Beal. To Jackson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Mitchell with the basketball. They lead it by 14. Not done yet. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Beal picked up by Josh Jackson. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Beal. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Mitchell with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, I missed a short one there. Beal. Deep left corner. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Conley to Jackson. To Conley. And a putback slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Trying to cash in, knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Jazz have the ball. Conley. Rudy Gobert pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's Ayton with the rebound. Josh Jackson to Conley. Rebound owned by Washington. Screen coming. For 3. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Time Tyler Johnson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. To Wall. And counted at the rim.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Utah ball. Conley. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Into the front court. It's Wall. His guys down big. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. The jumper's off the mark. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Wall. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Not that time. Long heave from three-quarters court, 3 quarters down. A nice advantage so far for the Jazz. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Turns and slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Conley into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Tyler Johnson defended by Wall. Deep right corner. Conley. Shot clock winding down. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Wall into the front court. Down a bundle. spinning shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Five to shoot. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one. To Wall. Shot from the lane won't go. Across the timeline, it's Conley. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Mike Conley. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Washington basketball. Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Conley, defended by Holmes. From the painted area, won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Driving right to the basket. Got it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
TJ Leaf trying to cash in on a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. And he misses that one free throw. From the outside, no good. Here comes the screen. Conley goes to the right side. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Wizards at the controls. Great look and vision. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Missed a wide open look. Wall. Won't go. And the rebound comes to Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Mitchell. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Gets it in the right corner. Baseline drive. Count the basket at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Utah's got it. Probing the defense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. It's Wall. And he hits.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Mitchell with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nothing going here on that drive. To Conley. Mike Conley, now 4 for 9.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
New blood coming in for both sides. Wall. To Beal. Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Conley. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. A shot no good on the drive by Conley. Off the mark. And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
To Jackson. Short jumper won't fall. Can't miss those. It's Jazz ball. Josh Jackson to Gobert. Sizing up the defense. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
I got ball.
To Beal. And finishes strong.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Conley to Jackson. Can't connect from in close. Wall to Beal. Wall in a matchup with Jackson. No good. The follow won't go either. Conley. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Wall to Beal. Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Screen coming. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Free throw good by Mitchell. A three-point play, and the Jazz extend the lead. Wizards with the basketball. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Josh Jackson. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Down low for Gobert. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Wall and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Conley. The drive right to the basket. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Screen coming. Fight to shoot for Washington. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Conley into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Washington has the rebound. Into the front court comes Wall. They're looking to make something happen. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Utah with the possession. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley defended by Wall. Curling inside. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Mike Conley at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. The follow won't go either. The follow won't go either. Oh, he blocked it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's the Jazz who come away with the victory. Sheer joy down on the court. They won the NBA title. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz have earned the ultimate prize, an NBA championship. They faced adversity this season, but they didn't let it prevent them from achieving their dream. This was a series that will be hard to forget. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Utah Jazz, the Wizards couldn't fight off elimination. It was a valiant effort, but they just couldn't get it done. I can already hear their fans saying it now. Maybe next year. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Utah Jazz looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Ayton was happy to throw down plenty of dunks, and if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep last time that I checked.